In this video, we'll be learning how to put together an e-newsletter template from scratch in the Phoenix CRM software. Firstly, we'll need to go to Marketing and Email Designer. Then we'll click on Create Email Design. You would give your design a name, and you could put in a subject line at this point as well. We're using the email builder. You can have it in draft mode or published initially. That's up to you. Your brand should be defaulted, and you can nominate who the default from and reply tos go to, and it will show who is currently logged in. The system will then take you to a blank screen, and then you can start to build your newsletter. I'd like to point out that most Phoenix customers will have pre-built templates ready to go, and then it's just a case of you being able to modify the newsletter to suit your content. But in this case, let's build one from scratch. The first thing we need to do is to add content. So typically you would have your logo that would appear at the top of the email. So I just click these image blocks. So on the side here are your options for adding content into the newsletter. As this is an image block, I can see the icon, I click and I can upload an image, and I just pick my logo and it will drop straight in. While I'm here, if I want to link my logo off to my website, I can just type in the address here and I can have it open in a new tab. The next section I want to add is an area to promote my photo and a bit of an introduction. So in this case, I'm not going to use a 100% block. I want to use a 50-50 block. And the first content I'm going to add in now is an image of my agent. And again, I click, I upload, I find my agent profile photo and add it in. The next piece of content I want to add in is some text, because I want to write something to the recipients of this email. So this is a text block. As you can see, you can start typing. You can even access what we call merge tags to personalize the email. So typically you'll be putting in the contact's first name. Then you would start to write your email. And my recommendation is to make the copy fit the length of the profile video if you are using this format. So the next section I'd like to put in is a bit of text, and it might be a feature article that I've written, and it could even link back to my blog post. So I'm going to add content again. I'm going to maybe put in a heading initially, and I want to put in my heading, which is selling in winter. Then I need to add another block for the copy. So underneath, I drop it, I add content again, I bring in the text, and then I start to type in my article. And you can see I have all my formatting options here as well. Selling property in winter benefits. A little tool you can use is some AI. So if you highlight this copy with the smart text, you can expand that text. So if you're looking for ideas to help you with content, you can use a smart text, which is an AI generator, to generate some copy for you. And it will drop it straight into this section for you. And then you have the option of being able to format that message. Moving on, if I wanted to add in maybe a property, the next step would be to again add in a block, and then I would add content. And this time I'm going to use the listing block, and I bring that down, and then I just click in the block and I add listing. This will pull through all of your listings within Phoenix CRM. So you can select the listing and you'll see that it drops it in here. Like before, if you wanted a heading, you could put that in. And a quick tip is, because we're using a block, we can actually duplicate this heading and use it again. So if I wanted to use this one, I could drag it down above the property, and then I could just rename the heading. When I'm in the listing, and it will pull through a lot of content for the listing, but you do have the choice of being able to change. So if I wanted to change maybe the headline, I could do that. I could do things like remove the address, and you'll see it changes in the middle here. I can put in maybe the price or change the price. It's really up to you. And you'll see it pulls through the features of the property as well. Now, you might like to not include a lot of this content, and again, you can see how I've modified this and it's summarized it below. If it's a listing that is for inspection, you can see the dates as well as the auction date, and you can see the link will take people back to the website, and that's when they click view property. Moving on, if you wanted to add in another section, let's say you wanted to give people an opportunity to view a video. Again, I would go and I would select the block. Now, the reason why I'm using blocks is so that I can move things around. Once again, I go add content, I grab the video block, drop it in, then I click on the play button, and then I just put in my URL for YouTube or whatever link you're using, and then what it will do is pull through that video with the thumbnail into my newsletter. If you wanted to also put in maybe a call to action, maybe download a report or something like that, once again, I will go to my blocks, I will drop in my block, I'll add the content, but this time I'm going to use a button, and I bring that button in. I can change the name of the button. I can also, with the button, come down, I could link it off to somewhere. I might have a place on my website where people can register for the free suburb report. I can just have that URL put in there. The other option I've got is I could actually give them the option to download a file, which is a PDF of the CoreLogic report. So if I do that, I can then go and select that file from my system. So if anyone clicks on there, it will upload my PDF with the CoreLogic report. Other things you can do, these buttons will have a default color, which will be your company color, but if you wanted to change them, you're more than welcome to do that as well. And you just go and select the color, and you'll see that it changes straight away. All of our templates will have a footer, but if you did want to add in your own footer, you're more than welcome to do that as well. So once again, you would go and add in a block. You would then come down and need to add the content. And let's say, for example, in your footer, you wanted to drop in some social media icons. So we have a block for social, and then you'll see that it adds in Facebook, X, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Now, if you want to change those, you can just click, and then you'll see the icons, and then you would just put in your Facebook link for that. So you can see all the other social channels that are available to you. If you wanted to add YouTube, you could do that as well, Vimeo, Instagram, and you can see how I'm adding in all of my social channels. Each channel will have its own link. So now you've put together your monthly newsletter. In our next training video, we'll go through how to send it out. But just remember, always, if you're making changes to your newsletter, to please click Save, and that will take you back to your list of templates.